Now that we've learned how to classify triangles by their sides and by their angles, we are going to learn how to find the sum of an angle. We're going to learn how to find the missing angle in a triangle. So the sum of the measures of the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. That means that angle Y, angle X, and angle Z all add up to equal 180 degrees. So this is the type of equation that we're going to have every single time we are finding the sum of an angle in a triangle. You can write and solve an equation to determine a missing angle measures of a triangle. So here we have an example that's laid out for us. So it tells us to write and solve an equation to determine the value of x in each figure. So you see we are given two angle measurements and we've got to find our x. So just like we said before, we're going to take all three angle measurements and we're going to add them, and that's going to always equal 180 because the sum of all three angles equal 180. This one's going to look a little different than before because on this one we need to add first before we balance. So we would add 38 plus 55 to get 93, and then we can balance because now our new equation is 93 plus x equals 180. So this is a positive 93, so we need to subtract 93 from each side. These go away. We bring down our x, bring down our equal sign, and 180 minus 3 is 87. So the value of x is 87 degrees. Let's practice. Write and solve an equation to determine the value of x in each figure. So we're given angle 54. We don't have a value right here, but that box tells us that it is 90 degrees. So remember, we set all of the angle measurements adding to each other, even our x, and the sum of all three angles add up to be 180 degrees, so that's what I am putting there. Our first step is to add. We need to add 54 plus 90. If you need to, you may go over to the side and add 54 plus 90, which gives us 144. Bring down your plus, bring down your x, finish out the equation. So now this is an equation that we're used to, our one-step equations. This is a positive 144, so we need to subtract 144 from each side to balance. This side goes away and goes to 0. Bring down your x, bring down your equal sign. Come over here to the side and subtract 180 minus 144. And you should have gotten 36 degrees. So the value of x is 36 degrees. Let's practice again. Here it's asking us to do the same thing, determine the value of x in each figure. We are given our three angles, so remember we add those together. We have 42 degrees, we have 51 degrees, we have x, and we set that equal to 180 degrees. Remember, our first step is to add, so we're going to add 42 plus 51 and get 93. Our second step is to rewrite the equation. Now we have our one-step equation. So this is a positive 93. We need to subtract 93 from each side. And this is the way that you will set up your problem every single time you are solving for your missing angle. No exceptions. Okay, 93 minus 93 goes to 0. X equals, go over to the side if needed and subtract 180 minus 93, excuse me. And you get 87 degrees. and that is what our missing angle equals. The value of x is 87 degrees. Number 3, I would like you to try on your own, writing the equation, adding, balancing, and finding your final value for x. When you feel you have the correct answer, please press play to check to see if you were correct. You should have gotten the value of x as 24 degrees. Here we added 66 and 90 to get 156. Here we subtracted 156 from each side. These canceled out. And then when we subtracted 180 minus 156, our value was 24 degrees. You have 2 more problems. Number 4. You have 1 more problem that I would like you to choose to do on your own, and then we will check this tomorrow with our table groups.